Good evening and welcome to the stream. It's after Friday, and well, I missed the stream yesterday. I talked about it last time I actually did Puppercraft, well, I have this daily challenge where I need to go to a different place and I need to allow myself to feel bad for a while. The problem is, doing that, there's a risk that the bad feelings stick. And they did yesterday. I kind of lost my mood to stream. Not so much that I couldn't force myself, but I did not feel terribly social. So I figured it was better to call it off and then do something during the weekend instead. We actually did have additional plans for the weekend, because if you follow Papa Frame things, last week, surprise on Friday, there was the weirdest dev stream ever without any devs, and that was because they were trying to push out an update for the game, a surprise update that no one was expecting. They launched the dry dock stuff, and with that there's some new content that we would like to dabble into. The only problem is that dry dock is bloody huge. I had tried to take like precautions and stuff and make ready so that we could just build it, but my precautions were not enough. That room is way bigger than anything we have ever seen before, and I must admit I had not expected the room to require 5 floors in height. So I basically had to tear things down, reorganize, replace things, test things, and all that kind of stuff. That has taken over a week. And now we finally have the dry dock actually building. The only problem is we're going to need some more time, and unfortunately, unless I stay up until 3 o'clock tonight, which I'm not going to do because I need to get up tomorrow morning, and I am too old to stay up all night. Hi there, Nikki. So unless I stay up until 3 o'clock, which I won't, then we will not be able to make the stream for tomorrow. And I don't think I will be able to do it Monday either, so it will be Tuesday at the earliest. But I'm hoping that it will be on Tuesday. There's also potential Wednesday. I do have something there, but I should be home, question mark, at a not too late time. So yeah. Anyways, tonight we are playing some Puppercraft, as I said. Regular Puppercraft tonight. I've been playing a bit of Terra Puppercraft, so it's actually a while since I've been on here. But I thought for a bit of a change we would do that. So that is what we're doing tonight. And I'm actually not alone. I've been talking for a while now, but I actually have Mo with me on mic. It's just going to be me playing because I still haven't figured things out, though I did have an idea that might allow me to do stuff with others again. But we will have to see how it works. Let's get Mo in now before I continue to talk for the next half hour. Momo.
Momo.
There's a Mo.
You know, we have a plan now.
A plan?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a plan?
Yes, you have a plan.
Okay, what's my plan?
Our plan is stay up until 3.
I'm not sure I agree with that. I am not capable of staying up that late. I would like to, but I have stuff I need to do tomorrow. Yeah, we got a visit from the wandering trader here, but doesn't really have anything I want. A bit of dye. Could buy magenta dye, so I don't have to use blue dye, but since they introduced the cornflower. Destroy the tree, hold down left button. Can I turn off those hints somewhere? Do more know that?
What hints?
I have a hint in the upper right corner. Options, video settings.
I have no clue, I never saw those.
Accessibility.
Also, I'm currently killing corpus.
Chat settings. I click things. Command suggestions. Reduce debug. How the hell do I turn that thing off? Chat settings. Control music, sounds, video, skin customizations.
How did you turn it on?
I didn't. Remove hint toast.
I like toast. Toast is tasty.
Okay. Okay, that's a little annoying.
What?
To do it, I need to edit my options.txt file. Which means that it is not going to register on the game that I'm currently in.
So Papa has to restart.
I have to do a quick restart, but let's do that real quick. Let's say boop, 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 because that's going to annoy me a lot. That's the problem with switching versions. It does that nonsense all the time. So options.txt, edit. Then I need to find tutorial step.
Also, hey Nikki.
Tutorial step punch tree none. Go away. Yeah, that's a little bit of an annoying thing they added, and because they added it after 1.7, which is the version that I'm using for Puppercraft, that means that when I go back and go forward again, it turns on a bunch of stuff. The weird thing is I can go to 1.12 and then I lose my controls, but if I go to 1.7 it keeps my controls except for the one that they introduced. But instead I lose options, and I also, like, it also turns on my attack indicator and my auto jump. I tried the auto jump. I really wanna like it because I really like the boots of the traveler that you have in things like Thorncraft and stuff, which allows you high step. But the problem with it is that, like, you can demonstrate it here. Accessibility, auto jump on. So in the others, basically you move here, you go up, and you just smoothly go up. But here, it does a small jump. And that's annoying because if I just strafe the corner here, like I'm not trying to go sideways here. Oops. So I'm just strafing it slightly, and that's causing me to jump, and that causes you to randomly break farmland and stuff, which is a little annoying. So I wish they would make that a little different. But anyways, we are back here again, and while I haven't played for a little bit, it's not that nothing has happened. Things has actually happened. Not anything in there yet, because again I'm still missing slime. I have not bothered to go and locate a slime chunk, so that is a thing. But there has been some changes because I have worked a little bit on the spider spawner, and I've also worked a little bit on the town, and that is also what we're going to be doing tonight. So let's go to the spider spawner first and have a look there. You will notice there's now a random trapdoor. I could build a little house for it, but frankly I just want something subtle. But you have here, where we went to the spawner before, but you can't really get in here anymore. It is covered up. So no more going in this way, but I left it visible because we can't see down in the cave anyway. It was very quiet.
We'll just check on things.
But yeah, down here.
I got a pineapple.
Oh, nice. We have here. I have inlaid some lights in the floor to light up the room so we don't have to have torches. We have some flowers because flowers is always nice. Then we have the killing chamber here, which brings stuff out to be picked up. And I haven't picked it up because I haven't needed any. Oh yeah, I can't press tab in this version to close my inventory again. I have to press escape. Up here we have the observation room, but that is closed off. Hi Sean. And we can open the access to the observation room. So you need to turn it on to open the observation room because by default it should be off. Because if we're in here, we need to close this in order for it to function correctly. So turn it on here to allow access. We can access the spawner there, and if we're in here you can see light leaks in, so that would cause problems. So we can close it so that we can see in. So now we can actually observe what is going on in there, and you can see there is a little bit of climbing going on, but nothing much we can do about that. We can just hope that it will not be too much of a problem, or that they eventually fall down. They usually will fall down because of random wandering, so it shouldn't be a problem. At least I haven't had any problems with it yet.
I had once a spider spawner with a maximum amount of spiders in one spot.
I mean, there is entity cramming now. So they all collect and we can bap them. Boy. There we go. So, that is how it works. And we have a proper entrance now. So, that is one of the main things that has changed since last time. Indeed. So, before we head to town, let's do a quick harvest here, because there are a few plants that has grown. Okay, I thought that squid was killing itself in the sand.
Yeah, they are very suicidal now.
Yeah. It's weird. After they did the update that improved the waters, the squid kills themselves in the waters, or rather out of the waters. The squid has evolved to become land-dwelling. So here are the changes that has happened, because I've taken out this here, because I started preparing the room, and realized that there isn't enough space, because if you look out here, there's this thing going in, and that's actually in the way. So I removed that and I deepened the hole so that we now have a little bit more of a hallway. And then over here we actually have a room prepared, but it will probably actually be a little bit deeper. At the moment I've made it like minimum size, but I'm gonna need some more space on the sides for wiring and pistons and stuff, and I also need to decide how far down I'm going, how far up I'm going. But currently it's 16 blocks tall, and that is because bamboo will grow 12 to 16 blocks, so we need that, and we also actually need one more than that, because there need to also be a block above the maximum size. In case the bamboo grows to maximum size, we need to make sure that there's not a bamboo blocking the space. because if that happens, the dispensers could not place water, and that can cause everything to desync, and we don't want to risk that. In here we have the nether warts, and they're not ready for harvest, so we're going to leave those. That's unchanged. And more farms will come as I add stuff and need stuff. I still need a place for sea pickles. And I thought about putting them in here, but it's not an automatic farm, so I don't know if it really fits. Yeah, sea pickles are nice.
I like sea pickles.
I keep pressing tab to close my inventory. Yeah, I will also be playing more Puppercraft. I would like to continue that, and I might do that during the week sometime. But the next stream will probably be Pupperframe, because we would like to get into that. And we have been waiting a long time, and we have kept people waiting a long time. But yeah, hoping that we can do something Tuesday for that. Maybe, if things fit. I press tab again. But yeah, I would like to play some more Puppercraft to continue. My scroll wheel is like not in a good state. my stuff is wearing out. So if you hear suddenly this, it's because I'm trying to move backwards and my S key has gotten sticky again. For some reason, the least used WSD key is the one that wears out the first. I don't know why, but like every once in a while it will do that, and then
don't question such things.
It just gets bothersome. And my mouse, usually I get that thing where it double clicks. There, I was trying to move backwards, then it did nothing. But yeah, I usually get that thing where it will start randomly double clicking. But instead I have this where if I'm scrolling down, it's usually alright. Sometimes it scrolls up, and if I'm scrolling up, it's like 40% of the time scrolling down instead. So that makes some things really difficult.
Yes, I wanted to go back to the nether. We're also playing Puppercraft.
We're playing modded Puppercraft, I think, though.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been playing a little bit around with modded things. It was actually Mo that put together the Puppercraft pack, so thank you very much to Mo. I am very much enjoying it. I think I am enjoying it more than Mo. I really do enjoy it. It is a very different experience to the regular game. And while it is, yeah, it's no replacement for the game, because I really do enjoy regular vanilla Minecraft. That has always been the first thing that I enjoyed, and Puppercraft doesn't have the thing that originally made me want to play Puppercraft, which was redstone. There is actually redstone in it, but a lot of the more advanced things are not there, and a lot of the things are more difficult. For instance, there is redstone torches, there is redstone repeaters, but a lot of the other stuff, comparators are not there, hoppers are not there. We have dispensers and droppers, we have the different powered rail stuff. There is pistons, but getting like slime for pistons without having additional mods that gives ways of obtaining slime, that is really difficult. So like basically Puppercraft doesn't do anything to introduce slimes in the regular game. They have no overworld spawning, but slime chunks still exist. which means that the only way to get slime in regular Terra Puppercraft is to be very far down in a chunk that just so happens to also be a slime chunk. And that's a little random whether or not that happens. Actually, before we go...
Where do I put my carrot?
Let's exchange my tools.
No carrot. There's carrot juice.
But
There's
yeah,
carrot juice.
I would like to continue with Terra Puppercraft because there is a bunch of stuff to do. Though I do worry about like where it will eventually end up, because like here it's very easy to just start another build, but it's not as easy in Terra Puppercraft, and at some point you're just basically fiddling with things. So at some point it might get stale. I don't know.
I'm currently stare at the clock to wait for it to progress one further than.
But yeah, over here you might already see it. I'm tripping over my own tongue here. I have worked on the farm. I have made an aqueduct. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten that that is valid spawn spaces. It is not anymore. But you can see here, water is flowing. I am using the water logging trick. So we have the what is it called? Reservoir?
Reservoir.
Yeah, and then we have the half slab deep water here. I wanted that for looks, which goes out and flows, and then there's a couple of places where water is being siphoned off. There's some lamps on top to keep it lit. I could also do some other stuff to prevent spawns, like having fences or something up here, but that gives it a way too bulky look, so I didn't want that. We're also siphoning up here, and here we have off here, and here it's going down a little bit further. Each of them are then falling into these streams, which are also 1/2 slab deep. And yeah, that is the farm, and I've been playing around with this a little bit, and this should work. It doesn't seem like I'm getting any broken farmland, so it should be good. It should not cause the villagers to destroy anything. I decided not to have pumpkin or melon patches, at least at the moment, because the problem with those is that, like, if you have the stem here, the pumpkin or melon will grow in any of the adjacent spaces, and that provides them a place to jump up and then hop down on the stem and destroy the stem. So in order to do it, you would have to have something hovering over the stem, and that doesn't look natural. Like, this at least looks believable. Also, I didn't like the whole thing where I have the water down below here. But having these here, it actually looks like it kind of makes sense. It's kind of like a window that you can look through. And we also have this nice effect where water is dripping out of the aqueduct. So I quite like that. Added a few more things here to make it more rounded. Over here we have a pump that I created. Because we need something to siphon water in a believable way, so here we have it. Water's being pumped up through that pipe, quote unquote, through the underground, but we have it pumping up here through a filter made of leaves. We're using the what is it called? The trapdoors as a grate. So we're pumping it up, and then we are pushing it into the barrel here, which is then transferring under the ground into a pipe that goes up to there. Of course, imagination. It's a wonderful thing, and that is how that is supposed to work. I was thinking about pushing something out like that, into it. But the problem with that is if I have something like a fence here and here, for instance, the villagers would jump off here and get stuck because they can't go through here. So that's a thing. But I've actually prepared here some crops because I want to plant all this. And just so we know how many is here, there is 46 beetroot, 63 potatoes, 84 carrots, and 306 wheat.
And one very curious villager.
Yep, well, 2.
I only see one.
Hello. And that is 499 total crops. And if the lack of one is bothering you, well, it's just one more. So let's start by planting everything so that that can get working. The only problem is my backwards key is not the best at the moment. Maybe if I just hold it down. Damn it. Damn it. Specifically waited to plant things so that I could do it on stream. Okay, I have one too many. Why am I missing one? I might also just have miscounted. No, there it is. Alright, so that is that chest. Let's take that away. Then we have over here 18, 36 and 35. And now I need to remember which is which. So 36 has to be this one because these are 9 and this is 8. Wait, is this 9? I can't remember. You can count it if you want to. I counted it before and I'm not counting it again.
But we're not doing the count again.
1, 1, 1.
No. Okay.
There we go. Nothing more.
People interested. Who was playing 1.12? What?
Mm-hmm.
I have a very bare bones mod pack created myself. I'm not sure. Let's see, what's the right that I have installed? We have also a mod pack I made for us both, so that we can both use. But that is a few more. That's Soundcraft, for example. But I do like the tech once more. Okay, let's see. Here's some summer stuff, like summer expansion, summer dynamics, some foundation, some innovation. So all of the summer stuff to get that I like a lot. Except for some cultivation because it can be used. And tombstone. Tombstone is very important because it allows you to, or it spawns a grave so you can get your stuff back.
Yeah, if you're playing modded Minecraft, very often it just sucks to not have a gravestone mod. Like, I'm also using it in Puppercraft because it's a different one, no, because the one that we're using for 1.12 is not available for 1.7. But basically, like in Puppercraft, for the same reason that I have mob griefing turned off, so creepers won't destroy everything. Like, it sucks too much to have a creeper come and, like, for instance, if you're standing at your forge and a creeper just pops by, then your forge is gone, and all of a sudden you lose all your metal, and then, yeah, it's not fun. Or you are in a cave exploring, and then a creeper come by, and all of a sudden you have a cave in on top of your grave, and you can't get it back because you don't have a spare pickaxe. And Mo, go ahead.
Yep, Mo just say that we'll be right back.
Okay. So, yeah. It's just like, there's a lot of times where there's just frustration coming from that, and it is just play the game how you want to play it, essentially. Though in Puppercraft you can't really, like, you couldn't do stuff like Eternal Day, which I'm not intending to do Eternal Day here forever. I just haven't bothered turning it on yet. Because I still need to figure out lighting and stuff. The farm here, all of the farm area is safe. I put in lamps that, or lanterns, that make sure that nothing can spawn. But the rest of the village is not safe. So, because I live so close, if I didn't live so close I wouldn't care about it. But because I live so close and monsters could spawn over here, I don't want to risk it. So yeah, that's a thing. But in Puppercraft, I was doing a little bit of experimenting actually, and all of a sudden my chisel stopped working. I could still chisel, but I couldn't change the chisel mode, and I couldn't figure out why. So I looked up an answer, and the answer is that the way that the chisel mode changes is actually passed via the game tick. So if, or via the time cycle tick, so if the sun is not moving, you can't change your chisel mode because the sun needs to be moving to do that. Just to make it complicated. So that is the entire farm, and that just needs to grow now. And that is a way larger farm area than they had before. So that is lovely. And let's just keep replanting this though. At least for now. Might as well get a little bit out of it. Eventually we will tear them out and then replace them with proper roads and stuff. But until then we might as well get some resources. Ideally the villagers will not be able to like go and collect all of the stuff, because it is way more than they need. Or at least I assume so. But this farm size feels a little bit more like what you would expect from a village this size. There we go. So other things that has changed. I have moved the bell. The bell is now over here instead, and I decided on this design for it. So that is a thing. And I have also finished the crane. This is much the same, but I have added a couple of things. I've added a couple of beds inside here because like sleeping on the job is of course not good, but I kind of felt like there should be like farmhands be able to live into the barn, just as a thematic thing. But up here we have the crane, we have some wooden stoppers so that it won't fall off and break the building. But the idea is that this should look like the crane can basically be pulled back and then turned over here and then pointed out this window. So we have to track for that. And I think it works. At least with what opportunities we have. I've still not hanged anything from it because I haven't completely decided in that regard. But yeah, we have a workstation for leather and a workstation for a leather worker, and for a what are they called when they're working on the loom? Is that the shepherd? I think so. So I think we have just about everything at this point. I did make a little bit of a thingy. It's a couple of days old now. Yeah, the only thing that we have left as a workstation, or had left rather, is the barrel. And we don't have that anymore because I fixed that. So the pump also duals as the fisherman's workstation because it's using the barrel. So we will have a fisherman working over there eventually. But we will mostly be having the water inaccessible because, as I talked about last time, this is a river biome and rivers can spawn drowned zombies, and drowned zombies come up at night. And while I don't think they actually have the capability to break down doors, I don't want them to potentially come and murder the villagers. So we'll make sure they can't do that. But yeah, this place is now actually ready to be torn out, so that can be done. I also did a little bit of work up here, but not terribly much. But we have this for the altar. The priest has been moved over here, and I broke down a little bit of the wall here because somehow they've managed to get themselves down here, and it didn't feel like they could actually figure out how to get around the building to get up again. I'm sure they can, but they were not leaving this spot down here. So yeah. But also our cleric has actually reached master level now, so we can trade nether warts. And we can also buy bottles of enchanting, but other than using them for item frames, I don't really feel like that's super worth it. So yeah. But yeah, I want to work a little bit on this building today, and I also want to probably tear down some of these buildings because it will free up some space and we can see a little bit more of the open available space. So I think we start with that. Oh, that was a little bit of a weird glitchy movement there. But yeah, going back in versions, you really realize how many glitchy things there was before, like mobs that are jumping in and out of the ground and stuff. It's a delight. Oh yes, another thing that I did that I talked about last time, but I don't think I actually did it on stream. In these rooms here, I've gone in and had a look at them and added a couple of trees. I think most of the trees were actually added in that building. But I did also add one over here. A little acacia tree there in the corner. But yeah, I removed some of the flowers and exchanged them for trees, just to mix it up a little bit. So, not too many, don't want to overdo it. But that is a thing now. Should we tear this down? I think for the sake of being able to have space for more chests if we need it, we should. Just be careful not to break the chest because I don't want to pick that mess up. Momo.
So, also I have deconstruct.
A what?
What is this? also have Tinker's Construction.
Yeah, Tinker's is good.
More or less just for boots, nothing else.
We'll just use the bouncy boots. I like the tools though, I like the customizability.
Yeah. Then I have pens. I also have 4 excavation, which I use pretty much more, which is pretty nice. Johnny map I use. Of course J does enough items. You can't really keep up with so many items. I also use forestry and one second piece.
You kinda have to have something like that. Like, there's a couple of things that are almost needed in modded. Like, you need something like Whaler or the One Probe to see what you're looking at.
Oh yeah, the One Probe.
Because, like, each mod introduces its own things, and some want to pick up with pickaxes, some want to use a special wrench from that mod, and it is just difficult to know what the hell tools you need and stuff. So you almost need that just so that you avoid the frustration of accidentally breaking things. And then there is what is it called? J or Nay or whatever it's called in that version.
J.
And yeah, you need that to be able to figure out recipes and stuff, because otherwise you are checking 15 different wikis, which is also not terribly fun. Especially not if you're doing something like a stream, which is what I'm doing. Like if you're doing vanilla Minecraft, there's a limited amount of recipes, but also now you have this. So I can go in and check recipes here now, which is really nice, because after playing Puppercraft for a while, I must admit I'm actually a little rusty on vanilla recipes. Like, I'm not sure I can remember how to make a fence. I can't remember how to make a fence, but it's almost like that. Okay, let's do it this way. And look away for a second, game mode. I'm also missing autocomplete. Dark oak fence, give me also fence gate. Boop. If only my S key would work. But yeah, as I talked about, I put up the fence not to avoid monsters coming in. It is to avoid the villagers bugging out, because there is a weird bug where eventually one of the villagers will become very set on venturing and will just leave the village and go in some direction. I talked about the librarian that had suddenly disappeared. And I found them up there on the mountain, and it took me days to find the librarian. I thought I'd lost the librarian, which really sucks, considering that it's a master librarian, and not just a master librarian, but one that also has fortune books and silk touch books, as well as bookshelves and paper, which is like all the traits that you want. So that would really suck. Good move. Like, if a zombie came by and killed them, that would be one thing, but losing them because a bug caused them to wander off, that is not fun. So we're cheating in a fence so that they can't do that anymore. And once I am done figuring out village stuff here, I will eventually put in a fence myself. The first step is clearing these unneeded buildings, because then we can figure out where we want the remaining footprints of buildings to be, as well as also put in the fence that will eventually go around. I just remembered the music video. And I would walk 500 chunks, and I would walk 500 more to get back every missing piece of wood you stole from me before. Because I'm tearing down the roof. If you haven't watched those videos, go watch them. Not necessarily right now, but they're good. Actually, I think I have it. I think it's this one. Oh, I was listening to it. Oh, we'll put it in chat already. Is it the same one? Wait, your link is different to mine. Is that the right one? Is that the specific song, or is that all the songs?
That's the specific song.
Okay, so that one is the specific song that I'm talking about. This one is all the illegal quote-unquote songs, and also on their channel, so you can give it a watch. But yeah, those are really good.
When they
Also,
blow up.
blow up. Also, the Villager News ones, those are also worth it to watch. This is Villager number 9! I really like their interpretation of the villagers, it's silly.
Where I would go.
Where I would go. Where would go. It's exactly 16 we need. Alright, that is that building. Maybe we need to do something for that one as well. Let's take down this one out here though. Yeah, element innovations are good. I don't know if you watched Dash either the stream itself or the bot for this year's Minecon. The element animation people there actually did a trailer for them, which was really good. I'm glad that they've made these buildings a little less monster friendly, but I wish they would have made them at least monster proof. They still come with roofs that spawn monsters. I think that was everything.
I'm actually listening to the original now.
I did manage to find it, like someone recorded it and put it up. The Element Animation sadly hasn't put up a video, at least they hadn't last time I checked. I really hope they will, but someone else like pulled it out and then posted it. But I don't have that one readily available, unfortunately. Yeah, the villager sound pack. They have done some good stuff. This tree is gonna be a bother. Give me that. Gimme. Let's see. Okay. Let's do this. So I will.
Don't ask me why. At least soon I have no internet.
Oh, what?
No. No more.
No more. What more say?
Today my internet is really bad, but soon I at least have better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and things should also return to a little bit more normal soon.
Yeah,
I might also just in general be doing a few more streams because, like, I kind of feel the need to talk. But we'll see how that goes. I won't necessarily promise anything in that regard because it very much, like, depends on how my mental health is doing and stuff. But very often I feel the need to talk, and like sitting and streaming would help. So might happen.
Yeah, I would like.
We are going to also yoink. Let's see, we need one at least. This weird one where there's like vines generating inside leaves so the leaves doesn't generate. That feels odd. But we need 2 and 3. So let's grab 3 leaf blocks. We need to take...
Listening to Sweet Dreams right now.
To which one?
Sweet Dreams are made of this. You know that song?
Yeah.
I like it.
Let's take down this tree. Okay, let's... I fear that those leaves will cause issues. Oh, it's the things decaying and the vines disappearing.
That could be a thing.
So let's do that. I'm watching you, Squid. I can... Damn it! Squid, get in the bloody water. could see that the squid wanted to do that. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Mark it again. I need a sapling. Could you give me a sapling? I would like a sapling. Thank you. Oh, it disappeared. Okay, so we're going to plant this one here. It should be able to grow now, no problem, because there is space. It shouldn't cause problems. But there's no obstructions. Like, there is a weird thing where if a sapling has something on two specific sides, on not too specific, like it has to be like either north or west or something like that, and then the sapling will never grow. And or at least it used to be that way. I don't know if they ever fixed it. I don't think so though. Pretty sure that's still a thing.
Most likely. I need 10.
So we raise it up by 1, and then what we will do is we'll remove the dirt afterwards and then replace the trunk. So let's see here. And I can't remember specifically if it is north and west. I think it is though. Let's see. Right now we're looking in. Now I've gotten used to the other one. North here, negative set, and west. Yeah, so it's negative direction where it's causing a problem. So it's some kind of coordinate issue, probably caused by zero displacement.
Most likely.
Okay, so we're gonna leave that there. What to say?
Have I set that I need 10?
Have you said that what?
Have I said that I need 10?
No, I needed tin for a long time. Then I found a tin vein, and then I had tin forever. Like in my private Terra Puppercraft world, for the longest time I was stuck in Stone Age because I refused to make copper tools because I wanted to go directly to one of the bronzes, and for that I needed either bismuth because I had copper and I had I had copper, I had sphalerite, but I needed bismuth in order to be able to make bismuth bronze.
You know what?
Or I needed cassiterite, or rather tin, in order to make regular bronze. I didn't have either, so I couldn't do anything. Then I found a cassiterite vein, and then all of a sudden I have like enough for 1,000 ingots of bronze. I don't have the copper for that, but nevertheless. What more say, sorry?
You know what bismuth always reminds me of?
No.
Back to the bis.
For many years I have done on my server, my Discord server,
for many 1 year.
Well, I've done it before as well. I think we did it a couple years. That's more than one, and that's many.
Well, it's many 1 years.
Yes, we have done it for a few years. Many years. And we sit and watch the EVE Online Alliance tournament together and enjoy that. And that is really nice. Yeah, we do have space, good. But this year, unfortunately, they cancelled it. So hopefully they will bring it back again. But we will see next year. But yeah, just the announcer from that keep on saying I'm back to the booth. So we have heard that a lot, and we have giggled at it a lot.
And in their defense, they are Brits.
Yeah. Though I think, he was specifically a specific type of Brit.
They're very British Brit.
Okay, close your eyes again. Alright, let's see you. Don't hit the golem. That would not be a good decision to make. Hi. Oh. Okay, this hole here, I need to fix that. It is bothering me. It's been there for like a long time. Actually, we should probably take out the top first. Farm is growing.
Okay, now I only have to upgrade the compression dynamo and then I can upgrade it.
Yeah, that's another reason why I really like Puppercraft. Like, I really enjoy different kinds of modded Minecraft. I also enjoy the technical stuff, but my first love will always be fantasy and medieval stuff. Puppercraft really scratches that itch.
I'm more for the technical stuff.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, I enjoy... One of the things I really enjoy, actually, I intend to do that more in the Puppercraft series, is once we have a forge, I want to forge things.
Watching pop up.
But first we need to have the forge, and then we need some other stuff, and then we need to... what is it called? Then we need to get some ore, because right now we're currently scrounging for ore. I would like to at least get a backup pick going, because where we're at right now is a little risky. I don't like sitting with only a single pick.
Yeah, oh no, 3 copper and 1 silver.
Question is whether it would be worth it. No. No, we wouldn't be able to do that. We wouldn't be able to forge until we get more ore, because we do need an anvil before we can do that. Basically, before we can start really forging stuff, we are going to need to make an anvil. To do that, we need a stone anvil. That allows us to make a copper anvil. Once we have a copper anvil, then we can make a bronze anvil. And once we have a bronze anvil, then we can make bronze tools. And that's where we want to get to. So until we get there, we will have to do mainly casting. But it should be okay. As long as we have places to find the things, it shouldn't take super long. But I don't want to spend too much time mining for stuff, because frankly, where did the pressure plate come from? What in that building had a pressure plate? Okay. Odd.
I need this thingy because I can't make copper plates differently. I need a compactor. How do I make a compactor? No, I have to learn testificate.
How is that? I really like that.
That's silly.
Alright, that is the buildings taken out. Big progress. And also a lot of nonsense that are now in chests. I think we're gonna move all that into a separate chest first of all. So let's take these out. Let's also take these out. Basically everything that came from one of their buildings we're gonna stick in a box. Don't think there's anything else. I'll free up the inventory a little bit.
Need a compactor, so I need 4 iron, 4 tin.
This feels good to suddenly have like all that cleared out. Alright. So next things. I think I want to do a little bit more cleaning before I start really building. Or should I build?
Building sounds good.
Let's do that at least. Alright, so let's see here. Let's get some stuff. I need some spruce logs. What more do we want? We also want some acacia logs. Do we have any that are already stripped? Let's grab some scaffolding. No, none that are pre-stripped.
Oh, here we go. Just drop them. Didn't I have a level?
I'm not sure exactly how tall I want the building. Central bit should definitely be taller though, so...
Didn't have to make a new one. One stick.
Stick is good.
And one stone.
Stone is also good.
Okay, now I need to make some extra. The cobblestone here somewhere. So, cobblestone. One redstone I do have. Need iron. What do we need? Oh, yes.
Can you hear my silence? Stop walking out of the building! Stay in the building! Please! Damn it! Okay. I need some dark oak. I need some dirt.
From here.
It shouldn't go this far out. There. Would you please stay inside?
But outside is better.
Let's see, this one here. Let's do this one instead, so... Damn it. And then doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop. Oh, no, I haven't done this side yet. Also, one of the things I always missed in actually this it's going to be able to be seen from the inside. I think I would rather have it the other way. The back of the building is not going to be seen as much as the inside, so that will be better. It doesn't matter so much in this one. And we will probably have something like a planter in the corner anyway. Momo. I need stone. Yeah, they should. It's just like once I what is it called? I popped over here and the priest had found their way down here and for some reason did not want to go around. There are some bugs with their behavior. So I didn't want to mess it up even further. Put away my stone and pick up some other stone. Yeah, It's mostly that wandering off thing that worries me. I don't know what causes it. Like, my librarian had been like great for a long while, just sitting inside the building here, and that was fine. Then one day just gone, and had gotten up on the mountain over there and was still trying to get away, and I could not for the life of me get them to go down off the mountain. Every time I got them like a third down, they would just run around me and then make a beeline for the top again. So in the end I had to go into creative mode using fences to block their path, so that the only way they could go was down. Then once I got them down, trap them in a little enclosure, then make a funnel to push them over here, which I would then regularly put something behind them so that they would only be able to make progress. And not until I forced them back into the building did they return to normal. There's also this one. I had this on this side at one point, and the villager would get stuck behind here and not know where to go, even though there's a perfectly fine path around here, and they managed to find their way in there. Squid, could you please? So I finally moved this over here, because then they can at least go under here as well. So yeah, there's definitely some wonky things going on. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna borrow a couple blocks of your house here.
And I will on.
Wanted to check the texture side by side. I'm not sure though. It is a very nice texture, but having it too much, those lines are definitely going to bother me, but we can use some of it. So I think I'm gonna make a trip back home. First I'm gonna check on the tree. Tree is still not grown. Basically, when you're working with villagers, I feel like Murphy's Law is like the way to go about things. Murphy's Law states that if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. So don't allow anything to be able to go wrong. Wrong chest, and I am still trying to use tab to close the inventory.
I just looked through all my chests to find my obsidian. Just as it seems, it's in my inventory.
The farm is growing. Okay. I would like to trade with you. I don't have anything for you, sorry. Oh, you found your way over here. Congratulations. Very photogenic, or whatever we want to call it. Scenic. Scenic is a good word. Scenic picture. The golem looking off into the distance. bread in box. Bread in box.
Bread in box? That was like a
Bread in
box
box.
that where bread gets delivered to.
One second. I'm in the wrong box. There's no bread in this box. Let's bring some dirt along. Actually, do we need extra dirt? I don't think we do. What am I thinking about? I don't know. Yeah, we don't actually need additional dirt at this moment. We might need some at some point. But it is not the main reason for why we came back here. It is these. I'm going to yoink the bone blocks so that I can use them for the building. And I'm wondering for the rest what I should do. Kind of tempted to use concrete, but the problem with concrete is that it is very, very smooth.
Very concrete. Very concrete.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like what I like about the wood and stuff is that you have these really nice textures to it. Even the
but that's a very,
bone.
very bad pun.
I know. Even the bone here, while it is also very smooth, it has a little bit of texture. The concrete powder has a very nice texture, which I like, but once we make it into proper concrete, then it is just a flat color, and that might be too much. Okay, so let's see here.
Okay, let's burn those last few things, and then I should be good.
Oh. I think that will work. And then the question is, what colors should we use for the main building? Thinking something like jungle wood would be nice, but I'm not sure. My squid senses are tingling. I'm also thinking that maybe we should use some type of plank on the front end here. Again, not entirely sure there. What if we do something like this? This might be too much. bum. So trying to decide, should it be light or should it be dark?
Light is good.
The tree has grown. It is not terribly big, but that is fine. Bless more.
Thank Papa. Borrow. Maybe jungle wood and spruce. That's acacia, that's neither of those things. Jungle wood. That's dark oak. Pretty sure this is spruce, right? Or is it dark oak? Should be spruce. Stripped spruce. There we go. We sure had some somewhere. Let's take some more spruce wood and let's take some jungle wood. Okay, so the question here is, fella, could you seriously? How? Whatever. Never mind. Never mind.
It's just the villager has positioned themselves out here again. Oops. You know what I'm kinda missing?
What?
Munchies.
Munchies are good.
Like, I'm so used to being hungry every, like, minute or so. and all of a sudden I'm not, and that's weird. See, this is a full block, and that will cause some problems. So... maybe we should make it...
So prepare yourself for danger, deception, dancing. For up the path comes our kinda short hero, known only as Professor Shy Guy.
I also miss sandwiches.
Sandwiches are good.
Like, there's one aspect that I really like about Puppercraft is the cooking. I don't understand how to do it at all. I've tried to understand it. I have no bloody clue. But I like it still. Would you please go inside the building? I think the door might be too far away for them to, like, figure out pathfinding. Or something. Oh no.
Sounds possible.
Come inside. Yes, please move a little bit more. And don't jump out the window again. No. No. This is closed. Not allowed. All right.
We must not mock the fates and sit complacently while others act. You must rise, get up, join us.
Is that tall enough, or does it need to be taller? I guess the question is it a chapel or more? Chapel doesn't really need an overly intricate decoration. Ow. See, how does that look?
Oh great, 2 witches.
place that one right, so we're gonna redo it. Damn it. Okay. That was supposed to work. It somehow didn't.
Did you tell the block that it was supposed to work?
No.
Well, maybe that's why to incorporate. Puppercraft.
Cooperate. Damn it! Why did you have to fall that way? I'll have to go all the way down and pick you up. Oh. It did it again. Alright, let's see how it looks. Yeah, I think we need that kind of a grand window. To really make it stand out. The question is then how the top will go. Does it need more spacing? It probably does. Oh, do I have enough nether brick? Do I have enough nether brick? Probably not even remotely. Oh, wait. Okay, so...
Up,
Oh, what?
up, up, up.
What? Walk, walk.
Up, up, up.
think that'll be sufficient for the side windows. I'm not sure if that should be nether brick or what it should be. It could also be red nether brick. I think it might be okay though. Basically I want to do a similar style that I did with the barn, where we have the outside in nether brick and then the inside in red nether brick. It would be nice if we had something else that matched as well, something that would like make it stand out a little bit, but I don't think we can really do that. There isn't really a texture that fits. Okay, so how far out do we need to go here? I think if we start there, it might be okay. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, so here we did up to the first stair in nether brick, so we'll do something similar over here. Because I did like how that turned out. And I'm up. Okay, so at this point we actually want a full block. And I just converted all my full blocks to not full blocks. Bums. Well, back home again. Farmer's starting to look satisfying. Problem is, once I eventually turn on mob griefing, the villagers will keep on picking the plants, so it will never be perfect. So that is one sad thing.
It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be perfect.
Mm-hmm. And there's perfection and imperfection.
Everything is perfect. That's properties.
I prepared a few. Actually, I have some already made, it looks like. Let's grab these. But let's also grab some more. Just in case. Not that I think that is even going to be remotely enough, but we'll see. was just thinking, would it be possible to make a clock tower? And we do have this thing, but I don't think we can use one of those because that would be recognized as a village. And that could screw things up a lot. And it would be nice though to have like a clock tower with a visible bell.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Damn it. So let's do this way instead, I think. A little bit more safe, so I don't fall off. So this will have to go to somewhere. Not sure exactly where yet. Ow. Okay, and then the question is whether or not to continue this over here or to give this a slightly taller roof. What would look best?
Chopper looks best.
Oi, gimme. Oops. Let's see how that looks. I feel like we need to go in one more. And this will become a little too dominant. would put it like that. I'll make it a little bit more cramped in the seats, but I think that's the look we want to go for. More snooze.
More baby snooze.
That was one too many. Gimme. Tree, you in way. You're very much in the way, in fact. Let me down. I'll do it from the bottom. I'm so used to dirt not being a viable block to build with. If you haven't watched my Puppercraft streams, in Puppercraft a lot of blocks has physics. Cobblestone has physics, dirt has physics, gravel has physics, sand has physics. And if you try to do something like that where you use dirt to place stuff against, that dirt will not stay there for very long. It's not gonna work.
Oh, yes.
I should have brought a half slab. Alright, things are starting to come together here. Go up that way. Was very yawny.
Papa used, yeah, Moo was also very tired.
Oh.
Papa using bone blocks?
Yeah. I thought that the bone would look nice as sort of a highlight for the tower.
Moo agrees.
So that's why I'm using them.
Also Moo very tired because long time out.
Yeah, you do get extra tired by being out.
Work is painting, but
okay, I need some stairs now. Ow. Let's make 16. don't know exactly how many I'm gonna need, but I think it will be more than 16. Okay, so let's see. This key not working again. Full block. Stair, 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 opposite stair, torch. That still needs to be a stair. Why did I switch it? And now I need it. Let's see. Ow. Okay,
I need a lot more
I'm
tin.
going to be able to get up here again. No, I can't do that. So I need 2 more stairs for that. Oh. And then I need to figure out what is going on here. No, can't do that. Bum 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 bum. Okay. So this will connect at this point.
More running around with Moo Pep.
Four more slabs. And some stairs. It would be a lot easier if I just like placed the damn things, like made them so I had enough, but I have a problem with making things I don't need.
Yeah. You're not making too many things is often quite useful.
Yeah. See, now the question is, like, this roof would like this to be red nether brick, but this roof would not. So the question is how it should mesh. think maybe what we do is we take this one out and we take this one out. And then we use those here.
Oh, by the way, something Papa might like to hear. I looked into the ore excavation mod again, and you have to actually bind the key and press it to activate it. So if you don't press the key, it just does things normal.
Yeah, I think I actually knew that, so it's nice to get it confirmed. But the problem with it is that, like, even though you have to physically press a key to use it, it's still going to cause problems. Like, you don't notice that one little corner is connecting something and then all of a sudden everything blows up.
For that you also have an undo button. An undo option.
That sounds laggy.
Yeah, but it does the job. I need a section.
Okay. I'm gonna do half a stack. Do some more of these. And at this point, an outside climby thingy would actually be nice. But where to place it? We'll place it here. Damn it. Okay, so we want that there. Then we want that there. Wrong.
I have to say I do like a lot so.
Which do you like?
The ore excavation stuff, because it makes...
It can be very nice for certain things. I just don't like the mistakes. It's one of those things that a lot of people like and I do not like.
I mean, I just like them because it makes mining ore a lot easier.
Let's get the other side here placed, because then we can free up an inventory slot. But yeah, it's like a lot of people like it, I don't. Also, a lot of people like the mod that gives you inventory organization things. It makes you able to press a button and then it organizes everything in rows or columns or in set direction. The problem is it does that alphabetically, and I don't organize my things alphabetically, and that is not how I look at things. And also it has a hotkey that does it, and you accidentally strafe that thing and your entire inventory is just a bloody mess. And even more annoying, if I was placing blocks here, and I had another stack of nether bricks, for instance, I use up this stack, then it puts another stack into my bar. I don't want it to do that. Like, I will sometimes do something like, I need to place 6. So if I had that mod installed, then all of a sudden the other 32 would go in my bar, and then I lose count of where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I know that I am weird, but
Yeah, but I do the county thing too sometimes, and it just doesn't work if you suddenly get a new thing into your hotbar.
a lot of people like that stuff. I really don't. It is the first thing I completely disable. At least they made it possible to disable them. Props to them for that, at least. Because it's one of those annoying things that it's always included in mod packs, because a lot of people like it. So if you don't like it, you just have to live with it.
Or have more make mod pack.
Yep, I like more mod pack. More makes good mod pack.
Also making your own mod packs is fun, because you can make it exactly how you want it to be.
What more mean?
Well, you know, you can make it just how you want it to be and not have to live with some
Yeah,
pre-made.
but like I was playing on like servers and stuff with others,
I don't know.
and there I'm not really the one that chooses the pack, so well, not necessarily the one choosing the pack. I am going to need more red nether brick. Yay! I wonder if I have nether wart. I'm just gonna make them all. I'm gonna need them.
This is especially good for bigger veins, like if you have gravel or such. It's pretty useful, because then you just mine one and you have got all.
Yeah. It's also useful for. I've talked about it a little bit, but one of those quest packs where you need to do stuff and unlock things and that sort of thing. Like if you have vein miner and that, or excavator or whatever the mod is called, you can cut down an entire tree. So instead of having to put one of those floating blocks up to stop a what is it called, an oak tree from growing to extreme sizes, then you
I
can
think
just do
this
that.
one. I think this one does it too. That it. Oh, you can also cut trees with it. It just more or less just looks for the same block in a certain way, and then mines that one too, if it's available. Which is really nice. Like it searches in a certain smart way to not cause too much lag, but also find blocks. And also, at least I saw it has an option, but I think they also generally put it in that they try to, you know, not make stuff too laggy.
Yeah, though it is one of those things where, well, people want to lag. They should know what they're doing.
Yeah, but it's just, you know, this all excavation mods have just a very big potential to lag.
Oh yeah, I know. It can
Just by-
potentially crash the server. Like in my private, what is it called? Terra Puppercraft world. I found a kapok tree. I cut down the kapok tree, and my game gone. It crashed my game.
Yeah.
Because the tree is so big and there's so much connected that it needs to check that my game just couldn't handle it. I loaded it up again, things were fine, and I cut it down and it was fine when I tried again. But yeah, that did not go well.
Yeah.
Nyeh. Did it?
Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna need more red nether brick, but before I go, I'm gonna put down some torches, because otherwise this building is suddenly going to be dark and I'm gonna forget. I heard a trader. What do you have? Oh, you have fire coral. And oxide AC. And slime balls, but you are extorting those prices.
Also, the thing that modded its F7 option doesn't seem to be forged itself. Because if I only load forge itself, then I don't get it. So must be another mod.
Yeah, I really don't know what does that.
I mean, one mod we have in common is the thermal stuff, COFH. So it could be COFH
Yeah, that
core.
could be that. That would be like one of the mods that might do it.
Yeah, it also adds a lot of other utility stuff like special teleporting abilities. Commands, I mean, that allow you to teleport between dimensions. Ow. Can you stop that stupid skeleton? Thank you.
Oh yeah, that is very nice. Another thing that I am missing: spawn protection. God, I wish Puppercraft spawn protection was a thing in regular vanilla Minecraft. Dinner bone, please. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk with you. Yes. Sell me all your fire coral, please. Thank you. Okay, just to free up inventory a little bit, I'm gonna put these in here.
Oh, it's dark here.
No, I'm gonna count that. Took me a moment to realize what Mo was talking about. But yeah, tools like that are very nice. They save a lot of time. I also find them a little cheaty. And I know it's silly because it's basically just saving me time in having to sit and count things. But I still feel like there should be space for error. Okay. Good news is, I think we have enough red nether brick. Bad news is, I need to go down again. Because I don't have enough red nether brick with me. And I can't go down that way. Try to use tab again. What have I done here? Half slab, that means I need 4 more half slabs. Damn it, I did it again. Not quite tall enough. Those torches as places I need to go and place grass again, by the way. I feel like the stair here might need to be a nether brick. Maybe not, I'm not sure. There we go. Well, we at least have enough red nether brick for the outside. I'm not so sure on the inside, but that is a minor thing. Okay, that is the roof done. Okay, let's get back to the walls. Did I use up all of them? Looks like it.
Moo just make noise so Papa doesn't think Moo's noise.
I appreciate. over one, please. That was a little too tall. Damn it. Keep trying to shift on it. Okay. This is gonna have to go across here. Or we might use something different. I think we should use something different there. Bum bum bum. Dart. Acacia wood. Another thing I'm missing. I know I'm listing up a lot of things that I'm missing.
Yes.
I'm missing the in-pocket 3x3 crafting.
Oh yes, that was good.
Yeah, that's so nice. This tune always reminds me of LMFAO.
Well, Mo listen to her own music.
If Mo... Well, I figured Mo would, because if you were listening to the stream, then you would hear me double, and that is bloody confusing.
Also, Mo hear Musaf double, that is also pretty confusing.
Even more confusing, actually. Though, interestingly, studies have shown that, like, people who have a tendency to stammer can be helped if you play back a recording of their own voice to them just slightly later than they are speaking. That can actually help completely remove stammering, which is fascinating that would have such an effect. I don't know why, but...
I know why. People are weird.
Yeah, true. Okay. Let's see here. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for the inside here, but we might as well get some of it started. You're a little bit in the way, friend. Ba, ba, ba. You're not the workstation. I'm trying to cut stone in the stonemason. Like, this does not work.
No, it really doesn't.
Going up. Yay, potion shop. Okay. So the question is, what should we use up there? Because in the other, I didn't have this tall one. And I want to keep that. And that might make it look weird if we just have a darker one going across. So I'm not sure what I'm talking about is over here. We have these. Strip dark oak. It might look okay. But I don't have any in pockets, so let's see. Do we have any that are already stripped? No. Actually, we'll probably need some for the other stretch of roof as well. Do I have any pre-made of those? Yes. I will at most need one. That is the spruce, not the dark oak. Yeah, it looks okay. That's not gonna work. We have enough. We actually have enough to finish the roof.
Oh.
go. That one there, I need something from the box. Wrong box. I need a piece of white concrete powder. Just one. I have a feeling this tree is going to have to go, unfortunately, because it is very much in the way of the path.
Like me.
I already have them on my bar, that's why I can't find them.
Okay. I need another chest. It's easy enough. An iron totem.
Okay, I need oak. I need more oak. Did not have enough. I feel like these people are tired of me running in and out of their door constantly.
Maybe. Maybe they're happily waiting for you to return.
Maybe. I do sell them things that they want. Right, this and that. Actually, maybe instead we do that and more opinion.
Looks really nice. I like it.
I could do it like this, which has two openings, or I could do it with full blocks instead, so it looks like this.
I think the other one was better.
Good, then we are in agreement, I think it's called. Words.
I would say so.
Damn it, that didn't turn right. Let me... Damn it! Mouse, please. Alright. Then the building is pretty much done. We just need the windows and lighting and stuff. Plants and things. Something to worship. But most significantly, windows so that our friend will not jump out of them again. So let's get those done. And I'm not entirely sure. More opinion again.
One moment, monitor snooze before villagers die. What should the moon look at?
So most of the houses, or rather all of the houses, has the lime green windows. Because I like those. And I will definitely use those in these small crevices here, as well as on the sides. Because those are regular windows. For the big one here, I am thinking either having lime green on the sides and something else in the center. Or doing a completely different color to lime green on the sides and then something else in the center. I was thinking of doing pink on the sides and white in the center.
I like pink color.
Then there's up there whether or not that should be pink or white.
I think also pink. Pink is a very good color.
Yeah, but would it look weird that there's white in the center here but not in the center there? That's the question. I'm so proud of you. Should probably empty my pockets a bit before I go back.
Sounds like a good idea.
Oh, wrong chest. Farm's almost grown. Like, this just looks satisfying.
Yeah, that looks good.
I really like big wheat fields like this. It just looks really nice.
I have the urge to farm them.
Cave sounds every time I go through that tunnel because it's so dark. Oh. That is not good.
That's not good.
There is a kitty up there
Hmm.
who is trapped. Can we make a rescue operation? Should be able to, but we will need to place rather than remove, it looks like. I don't have any... Okay, we might be getting a second kitty here. Let's see, I think kitties like raw fish, right?
I think so, yes. Let's put them.
Sorry. Okay. I need rescue music. This is not really rescue music. I'll use the same one. Yes, you're the same one. Okay, step 1, top of mountain. Step 2, block. Also Moo. Hi Moo.
Momo.
Okay, now we sneak, so we don't scare Kitty. Okay, where is Kitty at? Over here, I think. Where is Kitty? Don't worry, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Don't worry.
Yay!
Come with me. Not necessarily up there. Kitty, where did you go? How did you get down there?
Because Kitty is always towards it one.
This is a bad way. Don't go down here.
Not like Papa's. Probably like Papa's more.
Kitty, come this way. Sorry, my eye is itchy. Okay, we should be able to go down this way now. Just be careful, no falling. Go on, Kitty. You can do it. Oh, I needed the door open. Oh, Kitty, stop. Sit. Put you in the corner here. Alright, we have rescued Kitty.
Yay!
Okay, Glass was why I came home. Then I got distracted by a cat. Okay. I have my peony over here. Why did I do that? It's not what I should do.
I don't know. I know why Papa does it.
Alright, let's drop up the fishies. But yeah, like with all this wheat, it's like if I need emeralds, I can go to town and I can harvest their farm, and then I have enough to... I can work at the town's farm, and then I will have enough emeralds, or I will have enough to completely exhaust all trades. Let's see. Shouldn't be for super long. Of course I'm one short.
I mean, isn't it always like that?
Yeah, I did bring backups. Okay, that is the window. And now question is pink up there or white up there? Thinking it should be white. I think it should match the center.
Yeah. Always look the villagers looking at you angrily. Kinda, I don't know.
I don't think they are angry. I think they're just very curious what the hell I'm doing. What? Alright, so that is the basic building. Then we need to decorate the inside, but I won't do that tonight. Because we've been going for nearly 3 hours, and that means that we should be thinking about ending. But we got further with the building than I actually expected, so that is very nice. And I achieved the 2 things that I wanted with it, I would say. One, that it looks like a proper chapel. And 2, that it is not overly big, because it is just a little village, so it should be a significant special building, but it should not be a super-sized building. I think that works for it. Oh, still can't shift on these. There's the blue sheet. There's the blue sheet. So yeah, I think that works. All right. So, before we call it off, I want to do one more thing, and that is clean up this place, because it is a mess. And it is about time we do it. And actually for that, I'm going to dump these in here, and I'm going to grab my own stone. Because we will probably need more shovels. Now, some of these paths will probably be recreated, but I want control over where they're going. So right now we're just returning everything to dirt so that I can place them. And that's basically the idea. Now that basically the entire old layout of the town is no longer, it feels right that we also remove the old paths. There goes one shovel. And also, one of the reasons for doing it now is that if we want to make path, it has to be grass, as we learned last time. It was actually the first time I'm really working with path blocks, because I haven't really played since they were introduced. Not until now. Taking a break. Yeah, it needs to be a grass block to be able to turn into a path block, so we need time for the grass to grow. And it won't take super long, but it will take longer if we have to wait for it again. I think more fella snooze.
Die smooth verlassen.
Please don't fall in the hole. It will be an ass to get you out of it.
I think you would hear snoring sounds if Smooth fell snooze.
That reminds me of the EVE Online tournament for some reason.
I don't know how.
That was cute.
Yes, that was very cute.
Actually, I just had an idea. Because those are gonna break anyway. And we have 2 torches that needs replacing. There we go, fixed. A lot of the grass is gonna go away anyway, but I need to do it.
Need to do what?
I need to make sand. I need to make sure that the grass that I accidentally break is replaced in the right position, because that is where it was like destined to be. So when I accidentally break grass, I have to replace it, which is really not like making any sense. But I don't have to make sense.
Papa just Papa.
There goes another shovel.
Okay, I just see that 3 of the machines I used true capacity already use up all the power that one dynamo generates. So I likely need a secondary one. So before I do that, I probably best turn off the fuel fuel line. So so it runs out of fuel and I can replace it properly.
I really do need to do some more building in a jungle biome at some point. Because, like, look at this grass, it's so pretty.
Yeah, really nicely green.
Also, if I wasn't on stream, I would also cut the grass that I spawned on top and then, like, replace it on the block underneath, but... these though... Can I... No, I at least got one of them. Those are ferns, they're a little bit more rare than just simple grass.
I don't even know, can you cut ferns with the scissors and get them, or...?
Yeah, you can, I just did it.
Okay.
But I can't remember if it's possible to grow ferns.
I don't think so.
Like, it could be that you can bone meal them to make them large ferns, because you can do that and then cut them to get two, but I'm not quite sure. Hi there! Welcome. We will be ending before super long here.
Yeah.
But before I end up off, not up, then I want to clean up this place.
Proper ending up, ending off.
Ending up, ending off. Does the path continue anywhere here? Yeah, it does. I had a feeling. Does it go any further now? Doesn't look like it. That's an awkward exposed log. Good place for monsters to spawn.
Yep.
Why is that allowed to stand on top of the path block when nothing else is?
I don't know. Maybe you get an answer if you ask it, nicely.
Why are you there? Please? Tell me your secrets, because I would really like to know. Okay, how far does this go? Seems this is the extreme edge. About to run out of shovel. Have to go slow for a little bit. Did I miss any? I don't think so. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna grab one safely here. Okay, is there any more paths behind this? Yes. Okay, that should be the last though. Not the most riveting footage, I know, but it needs to be done. I could do it off stream, but it feels like a good way to end off, I think. Damn it. No, squids! Damn it!
Are they suicided again?
Yeah, there's 2 suicidal squids that killed themselves when I had my back turned.
Hmm.
Okay. This one. Yoink.
I am who I say I am.
Getting close. And also, while we are cleaning this up today, it is not that we are done with the village. We are still far from done. Because at the moment we have a lot of work buildings, but we don't have very many living quarters. That has space for the people that work there. This has space for 1 of the 3 people that works there. This has space for 5 and 2 people work here. This has space for 3, but we do have 5 people that works here. So we need some more places where people can just live. And then we also need the wall built and stuff, so still a lot to do. We need to lay down a new pathway now that we're taking out the original one. We need to clean up the old farms, so still plenty to do. But it is coming along. Just wondering if it would last just long enough to take that patch. This bit might also be terraformed a little because this is only really, like the dirt here is only here to create path for the road that goes across here, which is only there because of the farm. So when the farm is removed and these planks are removed, I might need to put in some more beach or something, but I'll figure that out at some point. Alright, I think that was all the path. So these we bring home. Stick. The hay bale. Let's keep that here for now, in case we need some other for decoration in the barn. Let's bring this home. Alright. So I'm not sure. Should we harvest the farm or should we not harvest the farm?
I think harvesting the farm would be a good idea.
Is it done? That's the question. It looks to be done. I'm just wondering because it could be interesting to see just how much we get out of it. Though I'm not sure I actually have enough inventory space for it all. So I might need to momentarily dump stuff in a chest. And we're not going to harvest those to begin with. So let's see. Missed a seed. There are a couple of patches inside the field, so I need to be a little careful so we don't accidentally break those. But if everything was high efficiency, it would frankly be boring, so I prefer that things are pretty.
I found a good way of making. I think I found a good way of making things efficient, but also needing maintenance because then it doesn't feel studied.
Yeah, that's also a problem. Like, automation is there to make you able to focus on other things, but if you have nothing else to focus on, then the automation is bad. So it's like, you don't want to automate yourself out of existence, essentially. Yes, I know you want carrot, but I don't want to sell them right now. In a moment.
I like that they do that so you know who buys
Yeah,
what.
it's a very nice feature. It also makes them like appear more real. Like they actually interact with you other than just looking at you. This is a ridiculous amount of food now.
It maybe is. I do like the right-click farming a lot.
Yeah, that is nice. Though I also do like the Puppercraft farming. Where it's like, yeah, you can go out and pick it with your paw, but if you wanted to do it quick, then you're gonna have to use a scythe, and that requires materials. I prefer to just get my paws dirty.
Papa just wants to play in mud.
Mud is good. I was actually tempted to name the stream the day after something with mud. I'm running out of inventory space. Also, the nice thing about doing irrigation this way is that the noise of running water is a minimum. There's a little bit right around the places where it's pouring down, but otherwise these make no noise, so it is very limited how much audio clutter you have around the farm, which is lovely. Because running water can get quite noisy, actually. Those would take a little more carefully because otherwise they're going to pop off and land on the opposite side of the fence. But that fence is not going to be there permanently. And I'm out of inventory space.
Yay!
still have a place to pick here. Alright, so let's figure this out. One stack of seed is lying there. Two stacks of seeds are lying there. So this is that's much. I'm surprised we only got one poisonous potato. This is how much we got. Almost 5 stacks of wheat. Why did those not go in there? I don't know about that. So, almost 5 stacks of wheat, almost 3 stacks of potatoes, almost 4 stacks of carrots, and almost a stack of beetroot, and a buttload of seeds. I actually forgot to replant the last bit here. So, discount those. But it's the food, not the seeds, that are really important. The seeds do give bone meal, and thus bone blocks, which is quite nice. Give me that seed. I should not care about a single seed that lands outside, but I do. There we go. Let's harvest the last field. Now that we cleared some path blocks, it looks like the melons are more likely to grow. Alright, let's sell some stuff. Oi. Oi. Oh, that exhausted it. 16. There we go. 28 emeralds. And sadly I don't have a farmer villager for neither potatoes nor beetroots, so can't do anything with those at the moment. But I might put in more farming stations at some point. So, but yeah, this one here we don't need anymore. So let's put in box. And let's see if we can fit all of this. I somehow doubt that we can. Yep, not even remotely close. It's okay, let's leave this behind and come back and pick that up. And let's go back home and let's call off the stream, I think. It took a half hour longer. So, plans for... I need to double check a fence gate. Plans for streams in the coming week. Let's talk about that a little bit. I mentioned in the beginning of the stream. The dry dock is out. The dry dock is built, kinda. The dry dock will be built at 3 o'clock at night, and I am not staying up until 3 o'clock at night. So it will not be finished and ready for tomorrow, because I need to go out tomorrow, unfortunately. So the problem is that if I do not wake early enough, then it sounded like it came from down there, but no. And there's a cave like in here. I think he is in the cave. But yeah, I'm going out tomorrow, so if I woke up early enough, I could maybe get it done before, but more need mutagen masses, so I don't think we can still really do much in that regard. So it probably won't be until Tuesday. It could potentially be Monday, but it depends on how things work, because I am expecting that I will be away in the evening and then I won't be able to. So if I'm away in the evening, we won't be able to do it Monday, definitely. Tuesday, maybe. It is definitely one of the better possibilities for doing a Pupper frame stream. So that is a likely possibility. And then there is also the question of Puppercraft, which I also want to do more of. And I might do that one of the weekdays. I might also do it on Friday, but it depends on what I decide to do. The problem is right now there is a lot of things I want to stream and not necessarily a whole lot that I can stream. So that's a thing. Like, I would like to just sit down and stream every day, but then I would also probably run out of things to stream. So that is, yeah.
Also Moose there again.
Yeah, Moo's gonna be here more. Okay, so let's see, let's burn some potatoes. Not the carrots. Let's also burn some beetroot. So those will all be made into bone meal so I can make more bone blocks. Well, we have a new friend. And we also have Edward! Edward likes that corner. Edward, nudge. I need air. I didn't bring my helmet. The fences are not the best choice for the corners, but I like how it looks, so we're gonna keep them. Sometimes Edward gets stuck in the corner, but that's okay. I think Edward just gets tired. But yeah, let's call off the stream for tonight. So let's put up the ending screen. So yeah, Papa Frame stream likely in the beginning of the week, but not tomorrow. We could maybe make it, but it would be a lot of rushing and it would not be well prepared. So, but
Not well prepared.
yeah, not well prepared. So that should be sometime in the beginning of the week. I don't want to wait all the way to Friday with it. So Friday will probably be something other than Papa Frame. Not sure what. Could be Terra Puppercraft. Could also be one of the other games that I have put on the shelf for a little bit. I have not forgotten about them. I have just been not streaming them because a lot of them I would like Moo to be able to be around for. Like for instance Shardlight, I would like Moo to be able to be there for it, and because Moo hasn't been available, I've chosen to give it a backseat for a little bit, but we will be returning to it. I didn't get scared off from the last one, even though it was a rather rough ending that made me cry, and I'm not even kidding. But yeah. But
Yeah, that game doesn't play fair.
yeah, especially that ending was a little personal. But yeah, so we're probably gonna stream a little bit more if my mood holds up. My mood doesn't need to be there, and like happened yesterday, sometimes that does not work, because when I sit down and feel bad, risk is I continue feeling bad. So yeah, but I want to say thanks to everybody for showing up, and I want to say thanks to Moo for joining me. I hope that everyone had fun.
It's a pleasure, Papa.
I'm glad.
Pleasure, Papa.
But yeah, I hope everyone had fun. Will Moo hang around a little bit afterwards, or
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I will talk with Moo in a moment.
Then talk to Papa in a moment.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Alright, so final ending. Thank you very much to everybody for showing up. I hope that you enjoyed yourselves, and I'll see you again next time. Next time, as I said, probably Tuesday. It could be Monday, but I don't expect it. But Tuesday, potentially Wednesday if we don't make it Tuesday. We'll see though. But I am gonna get going. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye everyone, and have a lovely weekend. Good night. Bye. you.